row.
So we have a bunch of arches here, and today we already showed you our triangle wedding arch. Today we're going to show you our, I guess, classic wedding arch. That's all we call it. It's well, you'll see. So there's a couple different colors, as you can see here, and actually we have a couple more up there. But we have the dark, we call it dark walnut, and we call it the naturally stained. And they both look good. Today, let's grab, let's see which one. Sometimes the darker stained, if I'm kind of working on it, it tends to, like it scratches easier, right? So let's grab the lighter stained one today, just for the purposes of demonstration. So first of all, this is how we keep it nice and wrapped up, so it's easy to transport. You know, people can just grab it. And also we keep the tool. So there's just a crescent wrench, adjustable crescent wrench, and the bolts for the arch, all nicely wrapped in this stretch wrap, ready to go. So that's kind of how we keep it. The construction's fairly easy. We'll put a link for the construction below and parts list and stuff like that later on. Maybe not right after this video is launched, but eventually I'll do that. But yeah, let's bring this outside and I'll show you how to put it together. And of course I forgot the knife, so bear with me, I'll just grab the knife. Just so we can get rid of that stretch wrap. Yeah. And I brought this card out. It's easier to take this apart with some sort of card or something. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna open her up gently. Probably fast forward this part, but it's good to have it. It's kind of in real time so people can see. Now I have access to the crescent wrench and to the bolts. We'll throw those down. And actually, interestingly enough, this one was one of our first ones, and we didn't label which leg is left and which leg is right. So that's something that still needs to be done. But you can kind of use common sense to figure it out. Obviously, this is going to be where these legs butt up against, and this is what's going to be visible to the audience. Kind of, this is the front of the part up here, the fascia board. But you'll see when it comes together here. So I'm just kind of laying it all out. Hopefully you can hear me from that distance. Again, I'm taking these legs. This is a nice little convenient spot for me because I kind of kicked that by accident actually when I was grabbing it. But anyhow, grabbing the legs, and again, I didn't mark out which way is the front and which way is the back. You can get a little bit of clues, but that's something to be done. I'm using these clues here. You can see that something was propped up against it, so I'm going to put this side up, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to look at these holes, because if you look at these holes, you can kind of see if they match up. You can see kind of the angle of these holes. That looks about right. And now what I'm going to do is take this piece of board. This one also looks like there was a board up there, and just put it on top. You can kind of see if these holes match up, see if this is the right orientation. And that, in fact, they do kind of match up. I think. We won't really know until the bolts are in there. And yeah, now we just put in the bolts. Bolts and nuts. These are just leg bolts. These are called leg bolts, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think they're called leg bolts. Anyways, yeah, I just put them in kind of like that. And, you know, you kind of line up the hole. Looks like it's about right. And from underneath, I don't know if you can feel it out. You can probably lift it away. I don't know if you can get it a little bit of a gander, but I screw on the nuts kind of by feel. They're nicely screwed in there. Grab 2 more bolts here. Gonna do the same thing on this end. Put it up. Drop it in. Same thing here. I see the kind of lines up. You can see down to the other. Give it a little bit of tap. Grab the bolts. Screw them on. Now, one thing is I will tighten these a little bit more, but I don't tighten them much. In fact, we might remove the crescent wrench because that's not really necessary. We don't think, anyway.
Yeah, if you torque it too much, the wood explodes.
Yeah, exactly. Torque it too much, it's not good for the wood. But there you go, that's pretty much it. Maybe a little bit of more tightening once you just kind of bang it in and give it a little bit of a tightening. But at this point, and actually zoom in on this design here. That's how we kind of cut it out. And again, we'll provide you with some sort of design link in the description at some point. This piece here is a 2x6. This piece here is a 2x4. And yeah, well, at this point, we kind of lift it up. Sometimes it's nice with 2 people. I can usually manage with 1. And keep in mind, these things look much, much better when you put some flowers on there, some decor. But that's really it. Of course, you want to line it up. And it's not on level ground, so let me just move it to level ground here. It's a bit more level here. And that's it. You can put some sandbags on the bottom there. What a lot of brides do is they put some sandbags here and then they put some decor like candle holders or little plants. And then of course they decorate this maybe with vines or some flowers. We just supply kind of the base item here. Now, I'm almost 6 feet tall, so you can see this is, what is that, 7-ish feet?
7.5.
7.5. And you can make it to varying heights if you want to make it a little taller, smaller. This is a nice size. You don't want to make it too big, especially in terms of length, because if people are just grabbing this from your rental shop, or if you're transporting it, it just makes it more difficult, kind of the bigger it is. So this is our classic wedding arch. And of course, you know, if you think this fascia needs to be wider, a bit bulkier, then of course you can use a 2x8, a 2x10. We just wanted to make it kind of the most classic style. We saw some designs on the internet. This one seemed quite simple. And hopefully you enjoy. It's that easy to set up. And to take down the same thing, you kind of lower down nice and gentle, and then you just take off the bolts and the nuts, and you're good to go. The only thing I haven't done here is tighten the nuts a bit more. Again, don't over tighten, otherwise it'll crack the wood. We of course pre-drill these holes so that
Pilot holes.
We have pilot holes, and of course then we pre-drill the holes so it's nice and smooth. So you know, really it's not affecting the wood too much. But there you have it. That's easy, and you can paint these whatever colors. Again, we have that dark walnut over there. And if you come with me, for all the newer ones, just to make it easier for yourself and for the clients renting these, we marked out all the bottoms. We haven't done it there like I mentioned, but here all the bottoms are marked out so you know which way is you know, how to set it up. And that makes it easier. So we still have to do that for that one there, but otherwise all the new ones are marked out. Again, all the hardware is already with the arch. We put some here. In this case, we put a board in here and wrapped it up, and it's super easy. You know, you just load it into a truck like this, and you're good to go. And if you're not doing this for yourself but for renting it out, make sure you have a little bit of an instruction guide or like a video. That always helps the clients and decreases all those troubleshooting phone calls. And that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed our classic wedding arch. We have about 1, 2, 3 of these. We might make a couple more because they're fairly popular, kind of midsummer for the outdoor weddings. And again, they look absolutely fantastic once you put the decor on them. By themselves, they're okay, but with a little bit of decor, it just makes it look amazing. So, guys, take it easy. We'll see you later. Never give up. See you later.